Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Apex Investor, our daily update. This is part two of the update. Basically, it's only Reddit. We're just going to look at Reddit, and we have big news from WallStreetBets regarding AMC. Remember that interview with Trey's Trades he did yesterday, or was posted yesterday, where he pledged publicly that they will file this publicly, uh, his intentions to not carry through regarding the 500 million new shares to be issued. They will not use not even one of those 500 million shares in calendar year 2021. That's huge. He actually filed it. He actually filed it. That's great. Uh, okay, so that's good. He fulfilled his promise there. Let me just read the rest of this and summarize it. Okay, so what he's saying in this post is if any one of the bad things listed in the statement happen, they will not hesitate to issue more shares. So the fine print says they won't use one share during calendar year 2021, but the fine print says this. Read the fine print. It says here, should one or more of these risks, trends, uncertainties, or facts listed above materialize, or should underlying assumptions prove incorrect, actual results may vary materially from those indicated or anticipated by the forward-looking statements contained herein. Accordingly, you are cautioned not to place undue reliance on these forward-looking statements which speak only as of the date they are made. So again, the good news is he stood by his promise. Bad news is they can still issue more shares if the situation gets worse this year. So this guy that's why he's saying my vote of no still stands, because if any of these bad situations occur, they will dilute the market. They can potentially dilute it. So the best thing for the stock price short term is a no vote. Best thing long term is a yes vote. Um, you know what? Personally, I'm going to keep it a no. I'll tell you why. This is why I'm going to vote no. Because I don't want AMC or Adam Aaron to use those 500 million shares as a emergency exit. Rather, what we should do is don't give them that option, because what will then be their option is a share, yeah, say it with me, recall. A share recall. That will screw the shorts, and that would bring AMC back to profitability and would squeeze. So simple. Such a simple thing. They could do it so quickly, or maybe do release dividend or something like that, where it would eliminate the naked shorts. It would eliminate the fake shares, the fraudulent counterfeit shares. They don't have to do the 500 million thing. That's an option. That is a potential option on the table. That's why I'm going to vote no, because AMC has to, if you give them that option to use 500 million shares to dilute the market, or, release them wisely, maybe 50 million here, 100 million there when they need it, you give them the option of just not doing the share recall. We need to force their hand and say, you know what, it's not good enough for us. We're your retail investors. We serve us. And this is what we want, a share recall. AMC and Gamestop across the board. It's not like we're just going to just see you later, we're millionaires. No, we're going to stick with you. We'll cash out a little bit, but we're going to stick with you because you stuck with us. I think that's what it's about. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Let's move on to the next post, or next forum. I'm going to look at AMC stock now. So I don't know if this is true or not, but it says here that not only is utilization 99%, but the borrow fee is 15% for AMC. That just makes me want to buy some stock like now, because GME's fee rate is 1%. Like, what the heck is that? That's so low. You're not really putting the fear of God into, not fear of God, but you're not putting any fear into the short sellers. Okay, let's look at the next post here. So tomorrow, a lot of options are expiring. They want to make sure they close the trading day over $10 tomorrow, 10:01 precisely. So we'll see about that. I'm just gonna sit back and watch. I'm not gonna buy. But I have to address this post. It says, if you don't believe in apes and AMC, leave the community immediately. You know what? I think that's dangerous. Not because I don't want people to say good things, but if someone is telling you the truth and it just happens to offend you, like for instance, I tell you, I don't think AMC is getting to 1 million, but probably 1,000, not 1 million though. That's negative, but it's also positive. You need balance. You need people who present the truth. So whether it's negative energy just because it's the truth, I think that's dangerous. You have to have a diversity of opinion. Otherwise, you're just going to all be in an echo chamber like, everyone, $1 million AMC, and then you all end up broke. Like, that's not going to help anybody. Yeah. Wow. Trey made international news with his interview. That's great. Oh, man. That's awesome. He made Bloomberg. Oh, man. Tells YouTube interview. You mean Trey's Trades? He's got a name, Uh, is it Trey Wilson? I forgot his last name, but anyway. King of the Apes. I wouldn't say he's King of the Apes. He's King of AMC apes, not all apes. Because we do have a Ryan Cohen. Okay, looks like there's not much left. So, I did mention I may or may not buy shares tomorrow of AMC, because the reason why I say yes or no is because it's a no because it hasn't reached my price yet, but it's a yes because according to the cycle of the moon and things going on there, in regards to that I had presented a couple days ago now, it looks like we're going to see a lot of volatility, but trending towards going to the moon. So uh, this could be the cheapest price we could see for a while, $8-9. So if it's below 10, it's probably a good idea to buy, because uh, in 2 weeks from now, AMC Gamestop might go through a short squeeze in 2 weeks' time. We really don't know. It's hard to say. Trey was good. He kept the conversation on topic, yeah, and hit him with relevant concerns. That's what I said. Couldn't be prouder of Trey. Yeah. I can't believe it took until the interview for everyone to realize Jordan Belfort wasn't good news for us. I'm sure Trey is probably having regrets having him, but whatever. I mean, it's one thing to interview Jordan Belfort, it's another thing to interview Adam Aaron. So, I mean, he had two really big interviews. I mean, it doesn't matter if it was good or bad. He interviewed them, period. I mean, that's like Oprah level kind of guests. Do you understand? Like, these are big names. And Trey did it. He went through the lows and the highs. It's part of life. You can't really appreciate this Adam Aaron interview if you don't have the Jordan Belfort interview before that. Imagine he just did the Adam Aaron interview and then he did the Jordan Belfort one after. We'd have a really bad taste in our mouths, wouldn't we? So, looks like the end of AMC stock posts. Trey is famouser. When he was about to make the big announcement, was I the only ape thinking he was going to give us some kind of movie discount? I didn't think of that, no. I was thinking he was going to announce what he did, and he did announce something like that. So, yeah, I wish he told them it's not a dead cat. He should have said, "Can you say it's not a dead cat? And can you also say George W?" Should have told them, "Hey, Adam, can you say this?" What? George W. The George W. Oh, man. Okay, let's go to GME just to see who's there, who's left. And why haven't you left if you haven't? What are you still doing there? Superstonk. All right. So let's take a look at those. Normally I would pause, but I'm a little lazy today to pause. So I just keep talking my mouth. All right. Let's see. I'm going to predict 180K. Oh, sorry, 255K. I'm going to predict 180 for Superstonk at least. We have 9.2. I predict 20 at least. So 180 and 20. Those are my predictions. 180 total members and 20 online right now. Wow, look at that. Feels good to be right. All right. So I'm going to close that tab because it's useless. Only tells us the numbers, and I like looking at the numbers. I'm a numbers guy. I mean, that's why I'm doing this. I like numbers. I'm trying to help people out. I'm pretty good with numbers and picking stocks. So just got to work on my patience a little bit. And my emotional, like, oh, fear of missing out. What? Coinbase is 300. You got to buy it now. No, you don't. You could wait for it to crash. Well, not crash, but dip, because it's Bitcoin. All right, so I'm going to go through this and open the good ones. So I'm not going to waste your time. I don't approve of what this guy did. I'm so bullish on GME and AMC, but he sold his crypto wallet. Like, really? Do you understand what you just did? You don't sell Bitcoin, man. Bitcoin is GameStop. I've said it before. They're the Bitcoin of the stock market. AMC is the Litecoin of the stock market. Bitcoin is going to $1 million. GameStop is not. It's not going to $1 million. I'm not going to guarantee it, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to $1 million. Bitcoin has taken at least a decade to get to where it is now, 60,000, over 60,000 US. GameStop, you think it's just going to go to 60,000 like that? Like, it's going to take a while just to get to 1,000. So being realistic, I'm being very realistic. And then with a short squeeze, we could see go to 10,000, but I don't know. It's not going to go to 1 million. I don't think so. But we'll see. I really don't see that happening realistically. Like common sense, like being real talk right now, it's not going to 1 million. Neither one, AMC or GME. 1,000, yeah, it's very likely that both could head there. I mean, Volkswagen happened to them. Could happen to GameStop and AMC, very likely, especially with all the tomfoolery going around. I think it could very well go to 10,000, but we'll see. We'll see when it gets there and how much it'll get to. So, I hope to be proven wrong. Maybe it'll get to 1 million, but I don't think it's realistic. All right. Oh, this is what happened. Okay, this is what I was wondering why their stock dropped so much. You know what? This is a funny cartoon, but the thing is, if you really don't want to pay attention to it, just don't pay attention to it. I worked out today. I played baseball today. I played basketball. Played lots of things today. I did boxing. Like, I was too busy to even think about GME. I have my notification set up, so if it does hit 500, I'll know. So that's the best way to do it. Just wait for your notifications. If it doesn't notify you, then don't check it. This meme pretty much, I don't know if it's a meme, but it seems to be fact. Just motivates me even more not to buy, out of fear. I'm going to set my price, and I did. I set my price for AMC, and I'm not budging. I'm going to wait for the stock to meet my price and enter at the right time, at the right price, not because, it's going to take off or whatever. And it might take off, but I'm going to wait for the dip again. There's going to be another dip. Man, okay, this is dangerous. We have people who are publishing articles saying what the price is even before the market closes. And I think it came true. So that shows us just how manipulated these stocks are, meaning you're going to have to sell. You're going to have to sell at the resistance. You can't rely on the short squeeze. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. I'm saying that you have to be wise, just as these short sellers are, even wiser than they are, or if you're going to beat them out. You buy the dip, yeah, but you have to sell at the high point. Then you buy again at the dip, you sell again. You're going to have to do that. And I know people are saying it might affect the short squeeze, but you know what? Regardless, people are going to trade it whether you like it or not. Not a lot of people are holding. People are holding, but not everybody's on the same boat saying that they're going to hold forever and ever till the squeeze. They're going to keep day trading it weekly, trading it monthly to get their profits. Because I mean, what's the point of you doing the stock market if you're not going to make any money? You know what? This is a meme, but it's very true. It's very true. Okay, moving on. So DFV has been tweeting a lot recently, and people are saying this is code for he's gone all in on GameStop, obviously. Um, I think the point is DFV isn't not he's not a very active person on social media. So when he starts posting and tweeting and things like that, you know something is going on. Let's just put it that way. Something big is going to happen. And like I said, 2 days ago, this path, this flight to the short squeeze, the mother of all short squeezes, it just began. It's only getting warmed up since yesterday. Wasn't yesterday? Yesterday morning, 9:30, and Coinbase was released. It was released upon the market, and you can see the support for that, and then it dipped the following. Actually, I think in the afternoon, but anyhow, point is it already started, and we can see all these rumblings going on. We can see there's a lot of excitement for both AMC and GME. So what that guy had predicted from Codgerville seems to be coming true so far. And we still have a lot of time. He said until July the 9th, Friday, July 9, 2021. It's when everything will kind of taper off. JP Morgan to sell $13 billion of bonds and largest bank sale ever. Okay, why? Remember, hedgies aren't just shorting GameStop. They've been doing this to U.S. Treasury bonds, particularly 10-year ones. If that implodes, the government can no longer guarantee the value of its own dollar because those insurance policies, i.e. U.S. bonds, are worthless. Dollar go boom. Okay, yikes, it's scary. All right, got 3 more posts. It's been proven that post was a hoax, the one where it says GameStop moving now, or top moving stock. This is a hoax. So, you know what? In that case, you sell when you want to sell. You know, yeah, it's being manipulated, but we know the short squeeze is going to happen. It's better to sell after the peak, when it starts going down, not when it's going up. That's not the way to do things. It's after the peak has already been reached and it's starting to, you can see it's clearly descending. That's when you, if you plan to sell, that's when you should sell. Not when it's going up, but after it reached the peak. Okay, there's one more post. Just going to see it really quickly. This is from Warden. What did he say here? Okay, I don't know what McDonald's means. He says McDonald's Day? What does McDonald's Day mean? Did he buy McDonald's stock? Because that's a good stock. I'm going to look up what he means. So it says it's McDonald's Day. I'm going to celebrate with some nice large fries. Oh, I could use some of those at an ice cream sundae. So it's McDonald's Day because what? It's got a W? I don't know. I don't get it. I can't find the post, but I posted there. Maybe it might show up in my history, but basically there's a post that said in Superstonk that it said that live streamers are the worst. That's what they're saying. YouTube live streamers are the worst. They're gonna ruin our movement. And you know what? I have some qualms with that. Not that I'm a live streamer, but where is it? commented. Oh, I can't find it. Pin post, new hot top. Okay, well, I guess I can't find it. Might be at comments. But he was basically saying the live streamers doing YouTube, it's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. I posted that 2 days ago, but I can't find it anymore. I'm not sure what happened. Basically, okay, what am I gonna go to? I'll just do that just for a background there. So, yeah, people are saying that YouTubers are going to ruin our movement, or the live streamers at least. And I disagree. I disagree with that. It can be helpful. It can be helpful. It depends on who's live streaming. It depends on a lot of factors. If this person is really with Superstonk, really with, the WallStreetBets, the spirit of WallStreetBets, anyhow, and is really an ape, hasn't been bought out. I mean, I even commented, I said, if anyone tries to bribe me, I'm not going to accept the bribe. I don't accept bribes. I'm not going to be paid off. And if anyone tries to pay me off, I'm going to announce it on my channel. Say, you know what, these guys tried to pay me off. Or not these guys, but someone tried to bribe me, and I refused. Because I'm not going to be bought out. I'm just going to express my opinions to how many viewers I have. I want to remain consistent. I want to remain genuine. I want to be real. I want to be truthful. Probably most of all, I want to be truthful and helpful. So I don't see a point. Like, let's just hypothetical. Okay. Someone offers me $1 million. Okay, I'll give you $1 million, just stop talking about what's on Reddit. Stop reading this stuff on Reddit because you're making us lose money, and the short squeeze and all that. I'm gonna say, you know what? No, thank you. I don't accept bribes. I'm not gonna be paid off. I'm not gonna be paid off. This movement is bigger than any bribe. And morally, it's not right. That's not. You don't want to have $1 million or $1 billion that you earned doing something wicked, by behaving immorally, by being unethical. It's blood money. Even though no blood was spilled, it's still dishonest, and that's not a living. You're living a lie. You're living that'll come back to you, to haunt you. So I'd rather earn it by working hard, investing and learning my lessons. But if I were to accept a bribe, or anyone else, they're not going to learn any lessons. They're going to make a mistake, and they're going to continue down the road of making more mistakes and bigger ones. And you can get into a lot of hot water for that too. So I don't see really any benefit of taking a bribe and shutting your mouth, or if not shutting your mouth, then just reporting lies and hindering the movement. Like, why would you do that? Like, there's no benefit. You're only benefiting the other side, the hedge funds, the short sellers, the short hedge funds. So I also commented that I don't do live streams anymore because I understand it is a danger to this movement to do live streams when during trading hours. It's much more calm. It's much more it's just a better situation where you are able to think clearly, not be tossed to and fro like someone in the wavy, like in the ocean with all the waves, and you're just being tossed around, flip-flopping and changing your opinions and going, oh, this is a good buy at whatever price, and then you're saying, no, you should sell it now, and that's what it's like if you're doing a live stream. You're going to be a little volatile emotionally, not just financially. So that's part of Apex Investors. That's our philosophy here, is to do it calmly. It's kind of not stress free, but at least with a lot less stress than would normally that people are normally experiencing during the day trading hours. Someone watching their phone, and I did this before, especially during the first gamma squeeze, just watching it every minute, kind of like obsessively. And then you have a, they halt the trading, and you're watching just to see when it comes back on. Because, I mean, that's a good thing to do. You want to see where it's going to go. I'm not saying don't do that, because when you see a price halt, yeah, you do want to keep tabs on that and see where the price movement is going. But don't obsess over it. I mean, you could even just say, okay, yeah, they halted the price, but is it going to meet my price? Is it going to meet the 500? Is it going to meet the 120? And if it doesn't, you're just wasting your time. So, yeah, I should just talk to the camera. But yeah, so I'm not going to do live streams. I haven't done one in a long time. I don't plan to do any live streams, and I don't think it's a good idea. Personally, it's just not something I personally plan to do anymore, because I could see, yeah, we're very much vulnerable to the manipulation. We're going to be manipulated ourselves if we allow ourselves to be live streaming and kind of revealing the plans, and they can see where the consumer sentiment is going, in real time, basically. Uh, that's why we also it has been encouraged not to post your positions. Don't post how many shares you own and how much you bought them and how much you plan to sell them. I mean, we can say we plan to sell at 1 million, and that could probably help, because that's just going to make them afraid that they're going to lose a lot of money. We can also announce, I'm going to buy not just a dip, I'm going to buy at the absolute low, which might be $60 per share, or with AMC, maybe $5 per share. That's going to make them afraid too, because they're going to see these people are they're not spring chickens. Like, they know their stuff. They're buying at the absolute bottom. Well, not absolute, but at the very, very bottom. And they're going to squeeze us to death. We're going to be squoze, and we're going to go bankrupt, because these people are doing extreme investing, apex investing. That's why I call this channel Apex Investor, because not only do I perceive myself in that way, and that's my philosophy moving forward, but that's what I also want to teach others to do for themselves, because it takes a lot of discipline to not, buy stocks just out of fear. Whether it's a price drop and you're thinking, oh, I got to buy this now because it's 140, when you deep down inside, 120, it's going to go there, and that's a much better price. Or maybe even, 80 to 120. I know I said 60 before, but we're not going to see 60 in a long time. I mean, yeah, it might go there someday eventually, but for now, in the next year or so, I'm going to say 80 to 120 is pretty good support for GameStop. Even 180 to 100, but 80 to 120 is pretty good. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say about that. Thank you very much for your support. Please give us a like, give this video a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. If you feel like this is important information that I've shared with you from the best sources on Reddit, I'm sure there are other sources that you can go that it's not just Reddit, such as 4chan, 8kun, and other places that I don't even know about, other subreddits as well. But, I didn't even know about RGME for the longest time. I only discovered that, I think, maybe a month or so ago. And then that place just collapsed and became Superstonk. So I'm glad, I'm very thankful and blessed to be able to have been there at the right time. And I wouldn't have known about this migration. And they don't seem to be, no one's posting about Superstonk anymore on GME. Maybe you'll get an Instagram. I don't know. Maybe it's worth it. What I'll do, Actually, what I plan to do, if I get an Insta ban on RGME, that's fine. But I'm gonna post, come to Superstonk when I see the gamma squeeze is happening. And how you know this is happening is when GameStop gets to 300, 300, 400. So you know what? I think the best play for me and for this community is if I and a lot of us from Superstonk, we really brigade, we really post a lot and advertise uh, Superstonk on our GME and WallStreetBets, and just remind them this is where to go. This is where to go. Don't don't get don't be deceived by the hedge fund shorts, the short sellers, all these people who are against us, because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to sway us. They're trying to get us to sell, to be discouraged, to turn against each other. And if that happens, then the short squeeze may not happen. It may not happen at all. That's why it's very important that we remain united. We're united as one. We are united as one in our vision, united as one in the way we treat each other, united with GameStop uh, shareholders, with AMC shareholders united. You can see that the charts are pretty much united for the most part, except for a few blips here or there where they kind of converged. They didn't follow the exact path, but 99% of the time they're going up and one's going down, then the other goes down, you know. So yeah, that's my plan is once GameStop reaches 500, I'm going to post an RGME WallStreetBets reminder, super stonks where you got to be if you want the real information. And you know what? That's going to invite the shills, the short sellers to go to Superstonk, but whatever, come. We don't care. Go. Come to us. Bring it on, because we know who to trust. We have a Tobit. We have certain people that know their stuff, and whether someone becomes compromised, we will know because the cream will float to the top. We have discretion. We have common sense. We're going to be able to upvote and downvote the things the things that are not in support of this movement, that are spreading lies. Things that are supporting the truth and this movement, we will upvote, and we won't report it. Obviously, why would you report it? But we will report the shows. We will report them, and they will get banned and blocked. So that's all I have for you today, for this day of Thursday, April the 16th, or 15th, I should say. Tomorrow's going to be interesting to see how the price moves, but yeah, I'm very excited because this has already started. The ship has taken off. Although we haven't reached the moon yet, we're getting there. It takes a while for this ship to warm up. But we can see just from yesterday, we saw a lot of movement, not just with GME and AMC, but just in general in the world. You can see a lot of tensions going on. The recent death of that person there, I think it was Madoff there. So just a lot of things are just like a domino is falling, another domino is falling, and before you know it, all the dominoes will have fallen. And GME and AMC will be to the moon when all the dust settles. So thank you very much again. God bless you all, and God bless your investments. Oh, God bless GameStop and AMC. Adam Mirren and Ryan Cohen, thank you very much, guys. And Trace Trades. I know people are kind of on the fence with Uncle Bruce. A lot of people are kind of turning on him now because he seems to be just profiting off super chats. You know what? That's his life. He can do what he wants. I think he knows his stuff, to be honest. But yeah, I have to admit, the optics of him with all the merchandise and the super chats and the membership and all that, I can see how it rubs people wrong. I'm not gonna say I'm against him because he's a businessman. He's doing his thing. There's nothing wrong with him doing that. As long as he's sharing his advice, there's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes I feel like he's not really focused on what we're talking about on Superstonk and on WallStreetBets, on AMC Stock. He's kind of all over the place. But when it comes down to it, if we would present to him some of the DD here, have he would be able to share greater insight into the realistic possibilities of these things happening based on his experience. So that's all I have to say about that. So again, thank you very much. Have a good night, and if we don't catch you tomorrow, then see you on Sunday. So Apex Investor signing out.